Chapter 1. The Foundation of Words. Introduction. Welcome to The Science of Words, the hidden force behind personal power. In this audiobook, we delve into the profound impact that words have on our lives, our relationships, and our personal growth. This first chapter sets the foundation by exploring the intrinsic power of words and how they shape our reality. The power of language. Words are not merely tools for communication. They are the building blocks of our perception. Every word we speak or hear influences our emotions, decisions, and interactions. The language we choose can lift us to new heights or trap us in cycles of negativity. Words shape perceptions. Our perception of reality is largely influenced by the language we use. Words frame our experiences and can alter our emotional responses. For instance, describing an event as challenging rather than difficult can shift our mindset from one of struggle to one of growth and opportunity. Words drive actions. The language we employ not only affects how we feel but also drives our actions. Words act as commands to our subconscious, propelling us toward our goals or away from them. By consciously selecting our words, we can align our actions with our intentions, thereby manifesting our desires into reality. The science of linguistics. To understand the power of words, we must turn to the science of linguistics. This discipline explores how language affects the brain and how cultural differences in language can lead to different ways of thinking. Language and the brain. Linguistics shows us that language is processed in multiple areas of the brain, not just in the traditional language centers like Broca's and Wernicke's areas. This processing involves emotion, memory, and even decision-making circuits, which explains why words can have such a profound emotional impact. Language and culture. Different cultures use language in varied ways, which can influence thinking patterns. For example, languages that use a future tense for future events, like English, may make their speakers more likely to think about the future differently compared to languages that do not differentiate between present and future actions, such as Mandarin. The psychology of words. Words also play a crucial role in psychology. They help form our self-identity and influence our mental health. Words and self-identity. The words we use to describe ourselves shape our self-concept. If we consistently tell ourselves that we are capable and resilient, we begin to embody these traits. Conversely, negative self-talk can trap us in a cycle of self-doubt and depression. Words and mental health. Research has shown that positive language can boost our mental health by reducing stress and anxiety, while negative language can exacerbate these conditions. Choosing words that promote positivity and resilience can be a powerful tool in maintaining mental well-being. Practical application. Mindful speech. To harness the power of words, begin with mindful speech. This involves being aware of the language we use and its potential impact. Before speaking, consider whether your words will convey respect, kindness, and clarity. Affirmations. Positive affirmations can reprogram the mind towards success and fulfillment. Regularly using affirmations like, "I am capable of overcoming any challenge," can dramatically shift your mindset and open up new possibilities for personal growth. Chapter 2. Mastering Mindful Communication. In mastering the art of communication, the focus should always be on the intentional use of language. Words are not just sounds or written symbols. They are the essence of our interactions and the very fabric of our connections with others. This chapter delves into the art of mindful communication, a skill that can significantly enhance both personal and professional relationships. The essence of mindful communication. Mindful communication involves being fully present in a conversation, giving careful thought to how we express our thoughts and feelings, and how they might affect others. It requires an awareness of the tone, pace, and volume of our speech, as well as a deep sensitivity to the words we choose. Active listening. The first step in mindful communication is active listening. This is not just about hearing words, but also understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. Active listening requires us to fully engage with the speaker, offering them our undivided attention and withholding judgment, allowing a deep connection to form. It involves using body language, such as nodding or maintaining eye contact, to show that we are fully engaged and interested in understanding their perspective. Thoughtful speaking. Once we have listened, Thoughtful speaking involves responding in a way that is respectful and considerate. This means choosing words that are kind, truthful, and helpful. Before speaking, ask yourself if what you are about to say is necessary, adds value to the conversation, or could potentially harm the relationship. By being thoughtful about our responses, we foster a more open and trusting communication environment. The power of tone and nonverbal cues. The impact of our words is heavily influenced by our tone of voice and nonverbal cues. These elements can often communicate more than the actual words themselves. Tone of voice. Your tone can convey a variety of emotions and intentions, from warmth and affection to anger and disdain. It is crucial to be mindful of your tone, especially in sensitive or emotionally charged situations. A gentle, calm tone can soothe and defuse, while a harsh, loud tone can escalate tensions. Nonverbal communication. Nonverbal cues, such as facial expressions, gestures, and posture, play a critical role in communication. They can reinforce what is being said or, conversely, contradict the spoken words, leading to confusion. Being conscious of your body language and ensuring it aligns with your words enhances your credibility and the authenticity of your message. The role of empathy in communication. Empathy is the heart of effective communication. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, facilitating a better understanding and fostering mutual respect. Understanding emotions. Empathy involves more than just understanding someone else's feelings. It's about sharing them. When you communicate with empathy, you acknowledge the other person's emotions and validate their experiences, which can be incredibly powerful in building strong relationships. Responding with compassion. When we respond to others with compassion, we choose words that are not only true but also encouraging and supportive. This doesn't mean avoiding difficult truths but rather framing them in a way that is considerate and constructive. Techniques for enhancing communicative clarity. Clarity in communication is paramount. It prevents misunderstandings and builds a foundation of trust. Here are some techniques to enhance clarity. Be concise and direct. Clarity comes from being concise and direct. Avoid using overly complex language or jargon that might confuse the listener. Instead, use clear, simple language that is easy to understand. As for feedback, to ensure that your message has been understood as intended, encourage feedback. Asking questions like, "Does that make sense?" or "How do you feel about this?" opens the door for clarification and further discussion, ensuring that both parties are on the same page. Navigating difficult conversations. Difficult conversations are inevitable, whether in personal relationships or in the workplace. Handling these with care and precision is a testament to your mastery of words. Stay calm. Maintaining your composure during a difficult conversation is essential. Take deep breaths, pause before responding, and keep your tone even and gentle. This helps in keeping the conversation constructive. Focus on the issue, not the person. When discussing sensitive issues, focus on the situation or behavior rather than the person. Use statements like "I feel" or "I observed" instead of "you never" or "you always," which can lead to defensiveness and conflict. Offer solutions. Whenever possible, try to move the conversation towards a resolution. Discuss potential solutions and seek input from the other person, showing that you value their perspective and are committed to finding a mutually acceptable outcome. Chapter 3. The Transformative Power of Positive Language. In the realm of personal development and interpersonal relationships, the language we choose plays a critical role. Positive language is a powerful tool that can significantly transform our outlook, interactions, and the atmosphere around us. This chapter explores how incorporating positive language into our daily communication can lead to a more fulfilling and empowered life. The psychology of positive language. Positive language goes beyond mere word choice. It's about framing our thoughts and expressions in a way that emphasizes what is possible and constructive, rather than dwelling on negatives or limitations. Cultivating a positive mindset. Adopting a positive vocabulary is one of the most straightforward methods to cultivate a positive mindset. This involves deliberately choosing words that promote feelings of self-efficacy and optimism. For instance, replacing phrases like "I can't" with "I will find a way" or "I haven't yet" can shift your perspective from one of defeat to one of growth and potential. The impact on neural pathways. Research in neuroscience has shown that the words we use can actually rewire our brains. Positive words can stimulate frontal lobe activity, which is associated with positive emotion regulation. Over time, using positive language consistently can strengthen brain functions that promote emotional well-being. Implementing positive language in everyday life. The consistent use of positive language can transform the way we experience our daily lives. Here's how you can implement this powerful tool in various aspects of everyday communication. In self-talk, the dialogue we have with ourselves is as important as the conversations we have with others. Positive self-talk is an effective tool for building self-esteem and confidence. Start by noticing negative self-talk and gently replacing it with affirmations and positive statements. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," say, "I'm excited to learn how to improve." In professional settings. In the workplace, positive language can enhance teamwork, boost morale, and improve productivity. Use constructive phrases and focus on solutions rather than problems. For example, instead of saying, "This won't work," try, "Let's find a way to make it work." In personal relationships, positive language can deeply enrich relationships. It helps to express appreciation, love, and support, strengthening bonds and fostering a nurturing environment. Simple changes like saying "thank you" more often or acknowledging your partner's strengths can make a significant difference. Overcoming challenges with positive language. While the benefits of positive language are clear, implementing it can sometimes be challenging, especially during stressful times or in difficult situations. Dealing with negativity. When faced with negativity, whether from internal thoughts or external sources, it is crucial to consciously shift your language. Acknowledge the feelings or difficulties without dwelling on them, and then refocus on positive outcomes and solutions. Handling conflict. During conflicts, positive language can help maintain clarity and composure. Use phrases that facilitate understanding and compromise, such as, "I understand your point of view," or "Let's work together to find a common ground." Encouraging others. Encouragement is a powerful aspect of positive language. By voicing positive thoughts and expectations to others, you can inspire and uplift them. This not only improves their day but also reinforces your own practice of positive communication. Techniques for enhancing positive expression. To truly harness the power of positive language, consider the following techniques. Use positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement involves acknowledging and rewarding positive behavior, which encourages its recurrence. In both personal and professional contexts, this can be as simple as praising efforts and achievements to reinforce desired outcomes. Practice gratitude. Expressing gratitude is a form of positive language that has profound effects on our well-being. Regularly sharing what you are grateful for can enhance your perspective and deepen your relationships. Cultivate emotional awareness. Being aware of your emotions and how they influence your speech is crucial for maintaining positive communication. This awareness allows you to choose your words more carefully, ensuring they align with your intentions to support and uplift, rather than to harm or degrade. Chapter 4. Crafting your vocabulary for success. The words we choose not only communicate our thoughts and feelings but also shape our reality and influence our path to success. This chapter delves into how strategically crafting your vocabulary can enhance your professional life, improve your relationships, and help you achieve your personal goals. Power of precision in language. Using precise language is essential for clear communication. It helps to eliminate misunderstandings and builds trust among colleagues, friends, and family. Precision in language involves choosing the right words to express exactly what you mean, ensuring that your message is understood as intended. Specificity in goals and requests. Being specific with your language can make a significant difference in achieving your goals. Whether you are setting a goal or making a request, clarity will dictate the outcome. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to be more successful," specify what success looks like to you, such as, "I want to increase my sales by 20% by the end of the quarter." Accuracy in feedback and guidance. In both personal and professional settings, providing accurate and detailed feedback is crucial. This not only helps others understand your perspective but also provides them with clear guidance on how to improve. For example, instead of giving vague feedback like, "You need to do better," provide specific examples and actionable steps, such as, increasing your weekly calls to clients can help improve your sales figures. Enhancing emotional intelligence through vocabulary. Emotional intelligence is a key component of effective communication and leadership. By expanding your vocabulary related to emotions, you can better express your own feelings and understand those of others. Recognizing and naming emotions. The ability to recognize and accurately name your emotions and those of others can greatly enhance your interpersonal skills. This involves understanding the subtle differences between feelings such as frustration and disappointment or joy and contentment. By precisely identifying these emotions, you can address issues more effectively and foster deeper connections. Communicating emotional needs. Expressing your emotional needs clearly is vital for maintaining healthy relationships and personal well-being. Use specific emotional language to make your needs known, such as, "I feel valued when my contributions are acknowledged," or, "I need some quiet time to recharge." Leveraging language for persuasion and influence. The words you choose can dramatically impact your ability to persuade and influence others. Whether you are leading a team, selling a product, or simply trying to convince a friend, the right words can make all the difference. The art of persuasive language. Persuasive language involves using words that resonate with your audience, creating an emotional connection that drives them to action. This means understanding your audience's needs and values and tailoring your message accordingly. Use affirming and active language that encourages engagement and commitment. Techniques for effective influence. Influence often comes from how you frame your arguments. Use positive framing to present ideas in an appealing way, and employ rhetorical questions to get your audience to think deeply about your points. For example, instead of saying, "We can't afford to make mistakes," say, "Let's ensure we do it right the first time to maximize our success." Vocabulary for resolving conflicts. Conflict resolution is another area where language plays a critical role. The words you use can either escalate or de-escalate a situation. Choosing words that heal. In conflict situations, it's important to use words that calm and seek solutions rather than exacerbate the problem. Phrases like, "I understand your perspective," or "Let's find a solution together," help keep the dialogue constructive and focused on resolution. Creating a collaborative dialogue. Creating a dialogue that promotes collaboration involves using inclusive language that makes the other party feel like an integral part of the solution. Use terms like "we" and "us" instead of "you" and "I" to foster a sense of teamwork and shared goals. Building a success-oriented vocabulary. Developing a vocabulary that aligns with your aspirations involves consciously choosing words that promote growth, resilience, and success. Language of growth. Adopt terms that reflect growth and potential. Words like opportunity, potential, and progress can inspire you and others to strive for better and see challenges as opportunities for development. Affirmations for success. Regular use of positive affirmations can reinforce your belief in your capabilities and goals. Phrases like, "I am capable of achieving great things," or "I embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow," can boost your confidence and motivation. By carefully selecting and using words that reflect your goals, emotional intelligence, and desire for constructive interactions, you create a powerful toolset for personal and professional success. Words are not just a form of expression but a means of transformation and empowerment, shaping not only how others perceive you but also how you perceive and interact with the world. As we continue to explore the science of words, remember that every word you choose is a step towards creating the future you desire. Chapter 5. Language as a Tool for Self-Transformation. In the quest for personal growth and self-improvement, the language we use about ourselves and our experiences holds immense power. By intentionally shaping our internal and external dialogues, we can foster resilience, promote a positive self-image, and catalyze profound personal transformations. Language and self-perception. The words we use to describe ourselves not only reflect our self-image but also actively shape it. This self-perception then influences our actions, behaviors, and interactions with the world. Reframing negative self-talk. A critical step in transforming self-talk is to identify and reframe negative patterns. This involves recognizing negative statements and consciously replacing them with positive alternatives. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I always mess things up," you can reframe this as, "I sometimes make mistakes, but I learn valuable lessons from them." Building a positive narrative. Creating a positive narrative about your life and abilities involves more than just silencing negative thoughts. It requires the active construction of a story that highlights your strengths and successes. Use language that emphasizes resilience and adaptability, such as, "I have overcome challenges before, and I am equipped to handle whatever comes my way." The role of language in setting intentions. Setting intentions is a powerful practice that can direct your focus and manifest your goals. The language of intention is deliberate and forward-looking, focusing on desired outcomes rather than current limitations. Crafting clear intentions. When setting intentions, be specific and use affirmative language that reflects your goals and values. Instead of vague intentions like, "I want to be happier," specify what happiness looks like for you. For instance, "I intend to cultivate joy by engaging in activities I love and spending time with people who uplift me." Using language to reinforce intentions. Regularly verbalizing your intentions can reinforce your commitment to them and help keep them at the forefront of your mind. This might involve daily affirmations, journaling, or sharing your goals with a supportive community. Communicating with others to inspire and empower. The way we communicate with others can significantly impact their perception of us and their responses. By using empowering language, we can inspire and uplift those around us. Empowering others through language. When communicating with others, choose words that convey respect, encouragement, and confidence in their abilities. Instead of instructing or criticizing, offer suggestions and feedback that empower. Phrases like, "You really improved on your project, and I believe you can take it even further," encourage growth and improvement. Reflective listening and empathetic responses. To truly connect and communicate effectively, practice reflective listening, which involves repeating back what the other person has said to ensure understanding, followed by an empathetic response. This shows that you value their thoughts and feelings and are engaged in the conversation. The power of questions in personal growth. Questions can be a powerful tool in exploring our thoughts, feelings, and motivations. They help us gain clarity and decide on the path forward. Asking the right questions. To leverage the power of questions, focus on those that foster introspection and exploration, such as, "What can I learn from this experience?" or "How can I use my strengths in this situation?" Avoid questions that reinforce limitations or doubt, like, "Why can't I do this?" Encouraging curiosity. Curiosity drives personal growth and learning. Encourage yourself and others to remain curious by asking open-ended questions that explore possibilities and encourage creative thinking, such as, "What are some alternative solutions to this problem?" Language as a catalyst for change. To use language as a catalyst for change, we must be mindful of its impact not only on our mental state but also on our environment and relationships. Speaking your world into existence. The idea that we can speak our world into existence might sound like magic, but it is deeply rooted in the psychological impacts of affirmation and positive self-expression. By consistently describing your world in positive terms, you can start to see and experience it as such. Manifesting through language. The practice of manifesting involves speaking about your desires as if they are already coming true. This creates a mindset of expectation and readiness that can open up opportunities and attract the resources needed to realize your dreams. By consciously applying these principles of language use in your daily life, you can transform not just your personal and professional relationships but also the way you view and interact with the world. Through language, we shape our thoughts, our relationships, our environments, and ultimately, our realities. As we explore further the nuances of how language can be used to forge stronger connections and foster personal development, remember that every word you choose has the power to influence, inspire, and transform. Chapter 6: Harnessing the Power of Storytelling. In the landscape of communication, storytelling stands as one of the most potent forms of expression. It transcends mere conversation, allowing us to connect deeply with others, convey complex ideas, and inspire action. This chapter explores how the art of storytelling can be masterfully used to enhance personal growth, influence others, and shape the narratives of our lives. The essence of effective storytelling. Storytelling is not just about recounting events. It's about weaving facts and emotions into a narrative that resonates with the listener's experiences and aspirations. An effective story captures attention, stirs emotions, and motivates change, building connection through relatability. A story's power lies in its ability to make the abstract concrete and the universal personal. By sharing stories that are relatable, you create a bridge between your experiences and those of your audience. This connection fosters empathy and understanding, making your message more impactful. Engaging emotions. Emotions drive our decisions much more than logic alone. A well-told story often includes elements that trigger emotional responses, joy, surprise, fear, or empathy, which can significantly enhance the persuasive power of your message. By engaging emotions, you make your story memorable and compelling. Crafting your personal narrative. Each of us has a unique story that shapes our identity and our path in life. By crafting and sharing your personal narrative, you articulate who you are, what you value, and where you aim to go. Identifying key themes. Start by identifying the key themes in your life story. What challenges have you faced? What victories have you celebrated? What lessons have you learned? These themes will form the backbone of your narrative and help you connect with others who have experienced similar journeys. Highlighting transformative moments. Focus on the transformative moments in your life. Those turning points where you made significant decisions or experienced profound insights. These moments often provide the emotional peaks and valleys that make a story engaging and inspirational. Storytelling in professional contexts. In professional settings, storytelling can be a powerful tool to lead, motivate, and teach. It can simplify complex information, frame issues in a more accessible way, and inspire teams to achieve their goals. Leading with stories. Leaders can use storytelling to cast a vision, model values, and show vulnerability. For example, sharing a personal story of failure and recovery can encourage a culture of resilience and innovation. Stories can also illustrate your vision for the future, making it more tangible and compelling for your team. Teaching through narrative. Stories are also an effective educational tool. They can make abstract concepts concrete and memorable. In training or teaching scenarios, use stories to illustrate key points or to demonstrate the application of skills in real-world scenarios. Using storytelling to influence and persuade. The ability to influence and persuade is crucial in many aspects of life, from business negotiations to personal relationships. Storytelling can be a subtle yet powerful tool for persuasion. Framing your argument. Use stories to frame your argument or to present your case in a way that highlights the benefits and minimizes resistance. For instance, if you're proposing a new project, share a story of a successful similar project and the positive outcomes it achieved. Overcoming objections. Anticipate potential objections and integrate stories that address these concerns before they are even raised. By acknowledging and overcoming objections through narrative, you prepare the ground for smoother discussions and more favorable outcomes. The role of authenticity in storytelling. Authenticity is the heart of impactful storytelling. When a story is told with genuine emotion and sincerity, it can profoundly affect the listener, building trust and credibility. Being true to yourself. Ensure that your stories reflect your true experiences and beliefs. Authentic stories resonate more deeply and foster stronger connections than those that feel contrived or inauthentic. Sharing vulnerabilities. Don't shy away from sharing your vulnerabilities. Stories of struggle and failure are often more impactful than those of unblemished success. They make you more relatable and trustworthy, enhancing the emotional depth of your narrative. Storytelling as a tool for personal reflection. Storytelling is not only a medium for sharing experiences with others but also a powerful tool for personal reflection. Crafting your story requires you to reflect on your experiences, understand your emotions, and clarify your thoughts. Reflective storytelling. Engage in reflective storytelling by writing down your stories or sharing them with trusted friends or mentors. This process can help you make sense of your experiences and see patterns or lessons that may not have been apparent initially. Learning from your own stories. As you tell your stories, listen to them as if you were your own audience. This can provide insights into your own growth and areas where you might still need development. By mastering the art of storytelling, you not only enhance your ability to communicate and connect with others but also deepen your understanding of yourself and your path. Storytelling is a dynamic tool that, when wielded with skill and sincerity, can transform not just individual lives but also the communities and organizations we are part of. As we continue to explore the vast landscape of language and its impact, remember that each story you tell is a piece of the world you are helping to shape. Chapter 7. The Art of Persuasive Communication. Persuasive communication is a critical skill whether you're negotiating a business deal, advocating for social change, or simply trying to convince a friend to see your point of view. This chapter delves into the strategies and techniques that enhance your ability to persuade effectively, ensuring your message not only reaches but also resonates with your audience, motivating them to action. Understanding the psychology of persuasion. To persuade effectively, it's essential to understand the psychological triggers that lead people to change their minds or take action. These triggers include the desire for consistency, the influence of authority, the power of liking, the principle of reciprocity, the impact of scarcity, and social proof. The principle of reciprocity. People feel obliged to give back to others who have given to them. In your communications, when you offer something of value, whether it's useful information, positive emotions, or a tangible benefit, people are more likely to feel compelled to reciprocate in some way. The principle of scarcity. Highlighting the uniqueness and limited availability of what you are offering can increase its perceived value and desirability. This principle can be used to prompt action by emphasizing the exclusivity of information or the urgency of a situation. The principle of authority. People respect authority and expertise. To capitalize on this, it's important to communicate your expertise and credibility when trying to persuade. This can be achieved by citing credible sources, displaying credentials, or demonstrating knowledge. The principle of consistency. People like to be consistent with the things they have previously said or done. Persuasion can be enhanced by first getting smaller commitments that align with the larger action you desire from them later. The principle of liking. People are more likely to be persuaded by someone they like. Building rapport, finding common ground, complimenting others, and showing genuine interest are key ways to increase likability and persuasiveness. The principle of social proof. People will often look to the actions and behaviors of others to determine their own. You can leverage this in persuasive communication by showing that others, especially peers or respected figures, support your position or have taken the action you are advocating for. Strategic use of language in persuasion. The words you choose can dramatically impact the effectiveness of your persuasion. Strategic use of language can subtly influence an audience's emotions, perceptions, and actions. Positive framing. How a message is framed can significantly affect people's responses. Framing your ideas positively, focusing on potential gains rather than preventing losses, generally results in a more favorable response. The power of metaphors. Metaphors can powerfully convey concepts in ways that literal explanations cannot. They allow you to draw parallels between your message and something with which your audience is already familiar or emotionally connected. Simplifying complex information. Complexity can be a significant barrier to persuasion. Simplifying information, using clear and concise language, and breaking down large concepts into digestible bits can help make your message more persuasive. Building a narrative. Stories can be more persuasive than logical arguments alone because they allow the listener to see a scenario play out, rather than just being told about it. Building a compelling narrative around your message can engage your audience more deeply and make your message more memorable. Developing emotional connection. Stories naturally generate emotional connections. People are often more influenced by their emotions than by detailed data or logical arguments. When crafting your narrative, focus on characters or scenarios to which your audience can emotionally relate. Illustrating with examples. Use specific examples and anecdotes in your storytelling to illustrate your points. This not only makes your narrative more engaging but also helps clarify your arguments and make them more concrete. Mastering nonverbal communication. Nonverbal cues often communicate more powerfully than words. Mastering nonverbal communication can significantly enhance your persuasive efforts. Understanding body language. Effective use of body language, such as maintaining eye contact, using open gestures, and mirroring your audience's body language, can enhance trust and likability, making your message more persuasive. Vocal modulation. The tone, pace, and volume of your voice can convey confidence and passion, which are essential for persuasive speech. Modulating your voice to emphasize key points can help maintain audience interest and underscore important messages. Dressing for success. The way you dress and present yourself can also affect how your message is received. Dressing appropriately for the context in which you are communicating can enhance credibility and influence. Persuasive communication is a multifaceted art that involves understanding human psychology, mastering the strategic use of language, and effectively utilizing nonverbal cues. By honing these skills, you can become more adept at influencing others, leading to greater success in both personal and professional arenas. As we continue to explore the power of words and communication, remember that each interaction is an opportunity to practice and perfect these techniques, ultimately shaping the outcomes of your endeavors in the directions you desire. Chapter 8. Cultivating charisma through language. Charisma is often seen as an innate trait, something you're born with, but in reality, it can be developed through the strategic use of language and communication techniques. Charisma enhances your ability to connect with others in meaningful ways, making you more likable, persuasive, and influential. This chapter explores how to cultivate charisma by refining your communication skills and the language you use. Understanding charisma. Charisma is the compelling attractiveness or charm that can inspire devotion in others. It is a powerful blend of warmth, presence, and authenticity that resonates with people on an emotional level. Components of charisma. Charisma can be broken down into several key components. Presence, being fully engaged with others during interactions, making them feel like they are the focus of your attention. Warmth, conveying kindness and a genuine interest in others, which makes them feel valued and respected. Power, demonstrating confidence and authority, which reassures others of your capabilities and reliability. The role of empathy. Empathy is crucial for charismatic communication. It involves understanding the emotions and perspectives of others, responding to their needs, and connecting with them on a deeper level. This emotional intelligence allows charismatic individuals to build strong relationships that are based on genuine connections. Enhancing charisma with language. Language is a key tool in the development of charisma. The words you choose, how you structure your sentences, and the stories you tell can all enhance or diminish your charismatic appeal. Positive language. Using positive, affirming language helps create an uplifting atmosphere for your listeners. Phrases that acknowledge others' contributions, celebrate successes, and express gratitude not only make people feel good but also draw them to your charismatic energy. Storytelling. As previously discussed, storytelling is a potent method for engaging and influencing others. Charismatic individuals use stories to share experiences, convey values, and inspire action. These stories are often personal, vivid, and filled with emotions that resonate with the audience. Rhetorical techniques. Rhetorical techniques such as repetition, analogies, and three-part lists, tricolons, can enhance your speech's memorability and impact. These devices help emphasize your points and make your language more dynamic and persuasive. Nonverbal aspects of charisma. Nonverbal communication is equally important in cultivating charisma. Your body language, facial expressions, and even your appearance contribute to how charismatic you appear. Body language. Open gestures, a relaxed posture, and appropriate facial expressions convey openness and confidence. Mirroring the body language of others can also enhance rapport and make interactions feel more natural and engaging. Eye contact. Maintaining good eye contact shows confidence and interest in the conversation. It helps establish a connection with the audience, making your interactions more personal and impactful. Voice modulation. A charismatic speaker knows how to modulate their voice to match the content of their speech. Changes in pitch, tone, and pace can keep the audience engaged and emphasize key points in your message. Charisma in leadership and management. In leadership, charisma can be a significant asset. It can help you motivate teams, inspire loyalty, and lead change effectively. Inspiring your team. Use charismatic communication to inspire and motivate your team. Share visions and goals in a way that is compelling and inclusive. Show enthusiasm and confidence in the team's abilities, which will encourage them to strive for excellence. Handling conflicts. Charismatic leaders handle conflicts by focusing on solutions and maintaining a positive outlook. They use persuasive language to facilitate understanding and cooperation between conflicting parties. Encouraging innovation. Encourage creativity and innovation by expressing support for new ideas and being open to discussing them. A charismatic leader's enthusiasm for exploration and improvement can foster an environment where team members feel valued and inspired to think outside the box. Continuous improvement of charismatic communication. Developing charisma is an ongoing process that involves continual learning and practice. Regularly seeking feedback on your communication style and making adjustments based on that feedback can help you refine your approach and become more charismatic over time. Reflect on your interactions. After conversations or speeches, reflect on what went well and what could be improved. Consider how your words and body language affected the interaction and think about ways to enhance your communication. Practice in varied settings. The more you practice charismatic communication in different contexts, the more adept you will become. Whether it's in meetings, presentations, or casual conversations, each setting offers unique challenges and opportunities for growth. By consciously developing the elements of charisma in your communication, you can transform how you interact with others. Charismatic communication is not just about making people like you. It's about creating meaningful relationships and inspiring those around you to achieve greater things together. As you continue to apply these principles, you'll find that your influence expands and your ability to lead and inspire grows exponentially. Chapter 9. The Power of Listening in Transformative Communication. In the realm of effective communication, listening is often overshadowed by the emphasis on articulate speech. However, the power of listening, truly hearing and understanding others, cannot be overstated. It is the cornerstone of all successful interactions, whether in personal relationships, business negotiations, or everyday exchanges. This chapter explores the transformative impact of active and empathetic listening on communication. Active listening. Active listening involves fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. It is a dynamic and interactive process that requires full engagement. Components of active listening. Attention. Giving undivided attention to the speaker, avoiding distractions, and making eye contact. Acknowledgement, nodding, using facial expressions, or interjections that show you are engaged and understand what is being said. Clarification, asking questions to ensure understanding and to clarify points that are unclear. Reflection, paraphrasing or summarizing what the speaker has said to demonstrate comprehension and retention. Response, providing thoughtful and relevant responses that contribute to the continuation of the conversation. Benefits of active listening. Active listening allows for deeper engagement and understanding, builds trust and rapport, and often leads to more effective problem solving. It helps prevent misunderstandings and resolves conflicts more efficiently by ensuring that all parties feel heard and understood. Empathetic listening. While active listening focuses on understanding the speaker's words, empathetic listening goes further to understand the speaker's emotions and underlying feelings. Understanding empathy in listening. Empathetic listening involves putting yourself in the speaker's shoes, feeling what they are feeling, and conveying that understanding back to them. It's about being sensitive to the emotional context of the conversation and responding with compassion and sensitivity. Techniques for enhancing empathetic listening. Emotional mirroring. Reflecting the emotions you perceive in the speaker through your facial expressions and verbal feedback. Validation, acknowledging the speaker's feelings without judgment, showing that their feelings are heard and respected. Encouragement, encouraging the speaker to express their thoughts and feelings fully, which can be therapeutic and helpful for them. The impact of empathetic listening. Empathetic listening can transform relationships. It deepens connections, fosters emotional healing, and builds trust and openness. In settings where emotions run high, such as in personal relationships or in conflict resolution scenarios, empathetic listening can be particularly powerful. Integrating listening into professional communication. In professional settings, effective listening can lead to better leadership, management, and teamwork. It enhances problem-solving and decision-making capabilities by ensuring that all viewpoints and knowledge are considered. Listening as a leadership skill. Leaders who listen are better able to connect with their teams, understand problems, and motivate their employees. Listening helps leaders gather insights and ideas from team members, which can lead to innovative solutions and better team performance. Listening for conflict resolution. Effective listening is crucial for resolving conflicts. It allows all parties to feel understood and valued, which can de-escalate tensions and pave the way for finding mutually agreeable solutions. Listening in negotiations. In negotiations, listening is as important as speaking. Understanding the other party's needs, desires, and limitations can provide critical leverage in negotiations. Strategic listening in negotiations. Listening strategically can help you identify the other party's priorities and pressure points, which can be used to shape your proposals and counteroffers effectively. Building rapport through listening. Listening builds rapport and goodwill, which are invaluable in negotiations. When negotiators feel heard, they are more likely to be cooperative and open to compromise. Continuous improvement in listening skills. Like any other skill, listening can be improved with practice and intentionality. Engaging in regular self-assessment and seeking feedback on your listening skills can lead to continual improvement. Exercises for improving listening. Active listening exercises. Practice focusing completely on the speaker, avoiding the urge to prepare your response while they are still talking. Feedback sessions. Regularly engage in feedback sessions where colleagues or friends can provide insights into how well you listen and areas for improvement. The role of mindfulness in listening. Mindfulness enhances listening skills by helping you stay present and focused. It reduces the likelihood of your mind wandering during conversations, ensuring that you are truly engaged with the speaker. By mastering the art of listening, you not only enhance your ability to communicate effectively but also transform your relationships and interactions. Listening is not just about hearing words, it's about understanding the complete message being conveyed. As you develop your listening skills, you'll find that your ability to influence, lead, and connect with others will improve markedly. Through listening, you gain a deeper understanding of the world around you, making you a more effective communicator and a trusted confidant in both your personal and professional life. Chapter 10. Leveraging language for resilience and recovery. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep going in the face of adversity, is a crucial skill in all aspects of life. Language plays a pivotal role in building and sustaining resilience by shaping our mental frameworks and influencing our emotional responses. This chapter explores how to use language to foster resilience and facilitate recovery during challenging times. Language and mental resilience. The words we use to think about our experiences significantly affect how we handle stress and adversity. Reframing our experiences through language can change our perspective and enhance our ability to recover from difficulties. Reframing setbacks. Reframing involves altering the language we use to describe our experiences, transforming negative scenarios into opportunities for learning and growth. Instead of saying, "I failed," you might say, "I learned what doesn't work," which shifts the focus from failure to improvement and learning. Self-talk for resilience. The internal dialogue we maintain plays a critical role in resilience. By consciously using positive, empowering language in our self-talk, we can bolster our endurance against challenges. Phrases like, "I can handle this," or "This is tough, but so am I," can provide the mental strength needed to persevere. Communicating needs and seeking support. During tough times, the way we communicate our needs to others can determine the support we receive. Clear, Direct communication about what we need can help us garner the resources and empathy required to navigate difficult periods. Expressing vulnerability. Admitting vulnerability can be powerful. By openly communicating our struggles and needs, we invite others to understand our situation and offer support. Phrases like, "I'm finding this hard and could use some help," can open doors to assistance and emotional connection. Building support networks. Effective communication is essential in building and maintaining support networks. Regularly sharing updates, successes, and setbacks with your network keeps the support system robust and responsive. Language in therapeutic settings. In therapeutic settings, language is a tool for healing. Whether through therapy, counseling, or self-guided practices, the words used can significantly impact the healing process. Therapeutic communication techniques. Therapists often use specific language techniques to help clients navigate their emotions and find paths to recovery. Techniques such as motivational interviewing, which involves open-ended questions, reflective listening, and affirmations, encourage clients to express themselves and find their own motivations for change. Narrative therapy. Narrative therapy involves rewriting the narratives of our lives. Clients are encouraged to tell their stories in ways that make them the authors of their own lives, focusing on their agency and the strengths they've demonstrated in overcoming past challenges. Using language to manage stress. Managing stress effectively often comes down to how we interpret and react to stressors, and language is key in this process. Cognitive restructuring. Cognitive restructuring is a technique used to challenge and change irrational or maladaptive thoughts. By identifying negative patterns of thinking and deliberately replacing them with positive or realistic thoughts, we can reduce stress and improve emotional well-being. Mindfulness and language. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment without judgment. Using language mindfully means paying attention to our words, slowing down our speech, and responding thoughtfully rather than reactively. This can help in managing stress and improving communication in high-pressure situations. Language for long-term recovery. In the context of long-term challenges, such as recovery from illness, loss, or major life changes, language continues to play a supportive role. Language of hope and future orientation. Using language that focuses on hope and future possibilities can be incredibly beneficial during recovery. Statements like, "I am looking forward to the progress I will make," or "every day, in every way, I am getting better," help keep spirits high and centered on recovery. Storytelling for recovery. Sharing stories of overcoming hardship can be therapeutic and inspiring. These stories not only provide social support but also help individuals see themselves as survivors and victors rather than victims. Continuous practice and feedback. Building resilience through language is an ongoing practice. Continuously refining the way we communicate about our experiences and challenges helps us remain resilient in the face of new adversities. Feedback mechanisms. Regular feedback from trusted friends, family, or mental health professionals can provide insights into how effectively we are using language to build resilience. This feedback is invaluable for making adjustments and improving our communicative strategies. By mastering the use of language to foster resilience, you equip yourself with a tool that not only helps navigate the challenges of today but also prepares you for the uncertainties of tomorrow. As we enhance our linguistic skills, we not only improve our ability to communicate effectively but also strengthen our mental fortitude, enabling us to face life's challenges with confidence and grace. Chapter 11. Advanced Communication Strategies for Leadership and Influence. Leadership and influence require more than just the ability to speak well. They necessitate a deep understanding of advanced communication strategies that can motivate teams, inspire trust, and drive effective action. This chapter delves into sophisticated techniques that enhance leadership capabilities and amplify one's influence across various platforms and environments. Strategic storytelling in leadership. Strategic storytelling is a powerful tool for leaders. It involves crafting stories that align with organizational goals and values, which can inspire and motivate teams. Crafting compelling leadership narratives. Leaders should develop narratives that connect the organization's goals with the personal and professional aspirations of their team members. These stories should include elements of challenge, triumph, and transformation that mirror the journey the organization is undergoing. Using stories to drive change. When driving change, leaders can use stories to illustrate the benefits of the change and to address potential fears and resistance. Effective stories can help team members visualize the process and outcome of change initiatives, making them more tangible and less intimidating. Emotional intelligence and leadership communication. Emotional intelligence is critical for leaders. It enhances their ability to understand, use, and manage emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, overcome challenges, and defuse conflict. Reading the room. A key aspect of emotional intelligence is the ability to read the room. This means sensing the mood, dynamics, and undercurrents in interactions and meetings, which can inform how to approach discussions and decisions. Emotional resonance. Leaders must be able to resonate emotionally with their teams. This involves empathizing with their feelings and reflecting these emotions back in a way that affirms their experiences and motivates them. Influence through persuasive communication. Influencing others is a central aspect of leadership. This requires not only persuasive tactics but also an understanding of the psychological underpinnings of influence. The power of influence. Effective leaders understand and utilize the principles of influence, including reciprocity, scarcity, authority, consistency, liking, and social proof, to guide their teams toward organizational goals. Language patterns for influence. Certain language patterns can increase a leader's persuasive power. These include using affirmations, hypothetical questions, and framing challenges as opportunities. Leaders should also use clear, confident, and assertive language to convey decisiveness and inspire confidence. Negotiation techniques for leaders. Negotiation is a daily activity for leaders, whether it involves contracts, internal resources, or interpersonal conflicts. Preparation and strategy. Effective negotiation starts with thorough preparation. Understanding the needs, desires, and limitations of the other party can provide a strong basis for the negotiation strategy. Win-win solutions. Leaders should aim for win-win outcomes where all parties feel they have gained something of value. This builds long-term relationships and trust, which are beneficial for ongoing cooperation. Managing difficult conversations. Leaders often face challenging conversations that involve delivering bad news, addressing performance issues, or handling conflicts. Frameworks for difficult conversations. Using structured approaches, such as the Situation Behavior Impact (SBI) feedback tool, can help manage these conversations. Leaders should be clear, direct, and empathetic, ensuring the conversation is constructive and focused on solutions. Emotional preparedness. Preparing emotionally for difficult conversations can reduce anxiety and improve outcomes. Leaders should approach these conversations with calmness and a clear plan for communicating the necessary information and handling emotional responses. Leading virtual teams. With the rise of remote work, leaders must adapt their communication strategies to effectively lead virtual teams. Engaging remote teams. Engaging remote teams involves regular check-ins and the use of various communication tools to maintain connectivity. It's important to ensure that all team members feel included and valued. Virtual presence. Leaders must develop a strong virtual presence. This involves being visible on video calls, actively participating in digital communications, and using clear and engaging language to maintain team morale and focus. Continuous learning and adaptation. Effective leadership communication is not static. It requires continuous learning and adaptation to new challenges and environments. Feedback loops. Creating and maintaining effective feedback loops within teams can provide leaders with valuable insights into their communication effectiveness and areas for improvement. Adaptation to emerging trends. Leaders should stay informed about emerging communication technologies and methodologies. Adapting these new tools can enhance team communication and efficiency. By mastering these advanced communication strategies, leaders can significantly enhance their influence and effectiveness. These techniques enable leaders to inspire and motivate their teams, navigate complex interpersonal dynamics, and achieve organizational goals. As leaders continue to refine their communication skills, They not only become better at leading but also at fostering a culture of openness, trust, and mutual respect within their organizations. Chapter 12: Sustaining Impact, Long-Term Communication Strategies. As we explore the culmination of our exploration into effective communication, it becomes essential to focus on long-term strategies that sustain and enhance the impact of our interactions. This chapter outlines how to maintain effectiveness in communication over the long haul, ensuring that the skills and insights gained are not just temporary tools but enduring assets in personal and professional growth. Building a legacy of effective communication. Creating a legacy of impactful communication involves more than just mastering techniques. It requires embedding these skills into the fabric of daily interactions and organizational culture. Consistency in practice. The key to long-term success in communication is consistency. Regularly practicing the skills discussed in previous chapters ensures that effective communication becomes second nature. This includes continually refining your ability to listen actively, use language effectively, and engage with empathy and strategic insight. Integration into personal identity. Integrating communication skills into one's personal identity involves viewing oneself as a communicator at all times, not just in specific roles or situations. This self-perception encourages ongoing development and makes communication a core part of one's personal and professional growth. Continuous professional development. For professionals aiming to maintain and expand their communication prowess, ongoing education and training are vital. Engaging with new learning opportunities. Stay abreast of the latest developments in communication theory and practice by engaging with new learning opportunities. This could include attending workshops, enrolling in courses, or participating in webinars that focus on advanced communication skills. Mentorship and coaching. Engaging in mentorship, either as a mentor or mentee, can provide fresh insights and reinforce existing skills. Similarly, working with a coach can help address specific communication challenges and develop targeted strategies to overcome them. Leveraging technology. In an era dominated by rapid technological advances, leveraging new tools can enhance communication effectiveness, particularly in reaching broader audiences and managing remote teams. Digital communication tools. Familiarize yourself with the latest digital communication tools and platforms. Whether it's project management software, advanced conferencing tools, or social media platforms, understanding how to use these tools effectively can greatly enhance your communicative reach and efficiency. Virtual collaboration. As remote work becomes more prevalent, mastering virtual collaboration tools is essential. This involves not only technical skills but also the ability to maintain engagement and team cohesion in a virtual environment. Building and sustaining relationships. Long-term effective communication is fundamentally about building and sustaining relationships. Whether these are professional networks, personal friendships, or community ties, the quality of these relationships hinges on continuous and effective communication. Regular check-ins. Schedule regular check-ins with key contacts in your network to keep relationships warm. These don't always need to be formal meetings. Even casual conversations can strengthen bonds and keep channels open. Strategic networking. View networking as a long-term investment rather than a series of one-off interactions. Focus on how you can add value to others' experiences as much as you gain from them, which can lead to more sustainable and mutually beneficial relationships. Ethical communication. Maintaining ethical standards in communication is critical to long-term success and integrity. This involves being honest, transparent, and respectful in all interactions, which builds trust and credibility. Transparency. Make transparency a cornerstone of your communication strategy. Clearly communicating your intentions, being open about your limitations, and admitting errors can enhance your reliability and strengthen your relationships. Respect for privacy and boundaries. In both personal and professional contexts, respecting others' privacy and boundaries is vital. This not only pertains to legal or policy requirements but also to the general respect for individuals' comfort levels and personal space. Reflecting and adapting. The final piece of sustaining long-term communication effectiveness is the ability to reflect on past communications and adapt to new circumstances and feedback. Reflective practice. Regularly reflect on your communication successes and areas for improvement. This could involve reviewing past interactions, soliciting feedback, or simply taking time to contemplate your communication style and its outcomes. Adaptability. The only constant is change, especially in communication styles and technologies. Being adaptable involves not just reacting to changes but anticipating them and evolving your communication strategies accordingly. By embracing these long-term strategies, you ensure that effective communication becomes a defining characteristic of your personal and professional life, enhancing every interaction and relationship. As we close this exploration, remember that communication is an evolving art and science, one that requires patience, practice, and persistence. The rewards, however, are substantial, leading to deeper connections, more fulfilling interactions, and ultimately a more successful and impactful life.